Hello already. Is Canada a haven for terrorists? That's the question we asked the Prime Minister of Canada, John Cretin. He joins me now live. Prime Minister, level with me. Canada, is it a terrorist haven?
Larry, there is no queer or present danger. The closest light that we ask to terrorists in Canada is the cable company.
What about the allegations?
Oh, there are no alligators in Canada.
Are there any terrorists in Canada?
I do not see any. Do you see any terrorists? Terrorists, come out, wherever you is. Look, Larrys, there are no terrorists.
Are you and President Bush on the same page when it comes to fighting your enemies?
Well, you know, President Bush has enormous military to fight his enemy. Me, I has to personally choke my opponents one at a time.
Prime Minister, would you say underestimating the fanatical element is tactically a fundamental miscalculation?
Okay.
Prime Minister, the U.S. is sending millions of dollars in aid to Pakistan and Afghanistan. What is Canada sending?
Larry, Canada have many troops around the world. We have peacekeepers in Jordan, and over there's in Yugoslavia. We have our fleet of CF-18 jet to fly any kind of Big Mac attack necessary. They are ready. Most of the wing has been glued back on.
So will Canada send more troops?
Yeah, a couple.
Thanks for clearing things up for me, Prime Minister. Was it good for you, too? Yes, sir, he's the Prime Minister of Canada.
Hello. Do you recognize me? No, I'm not. Where's Waldo? Or the illegitimate offspring of Bill Gates. I'm Harry Potter, fictional figure from books and film. I've become such a hero to children that I have to be very careful about my image. That is precisely why I associate myself only with quality products like the Harry Potter action figure, only $79.95. Collect all 9,000 or your life won't be worth living. You may wonder about the moral responsibility of a popular icon marketing himself. I would like to know your opinions on this subject, so drop me a line on my special Harry Potter stationery using Harry Potter pen and pencil, $39.95. Or better yet, ring me up on the Harry Potter telephone, also available in cordless and cell phone styles. And while you're at it, order a pair of stylish Harry Potter designer pajamas. So now's the perfect time to make your parents feel guilty about neglecting you during the rest of the year. Make them buy you the most expensive Harry Potter brown suede shoes, Harry Potter socks, Harry Potter underwear with the days of the week on them, Harry Potter putter, Harry Potter putty, and the Harry Potter potty. And be sure to start your day with a nutritious breakfast of Harry Potter Crispies. Look, it's got all kinds of healthy ingredients like tiny brooms, little magic wands, and delicious eyes of newt. So do please come to see my film. It's quite good. After you've seen it, come back and get in line and see it again and again and again.
New this fall on digital television.
G'day, mate. Welcome to the Crocodile Hunter Network. Today, we're hunting the dangerous and deadly giant Australian crocodile. Ooh.
Right, you can see a beauty. Hello, girl. How are you then?
Now, this lovely cheetah would love to bite me, so I have to be very careful.
From the same people who brought you much music, much more music, much loud, and much vibe, comes an exciting new music video channel. Much yodeling.
Digital television, another excuse to raise your cable bill.
Soldiers, this is the Afghan terrain. Actually, it's much bigger than this. You know, this is just a simulation. No, it's one of those.
model.
No, actually, it's one of the, you know, when you have the. Well, doesn't matter what it's called. All right. Point is, he could be anywhere in this land. A replica. It's a replica. Now he is fast, and he is slippery, which incidentally is how I like my women. Alrighty. Now, to make sure we get this Ben Ladder fellow, we need a very special weapon. He could be hiding in any cave in these hills. We gotta be ready to whack him. Now, he does move very quickly, you know. And he's very crafty. You never know where he might be hiding. But he is there, and you must always be prepared. You gotta be fast. You gotta hit him before he pops back up again, you know? You gotta hit him right in the middle of the head. You might need 2 weapons on this one, fellas. He's very quick and tricky, you know, so always be prepared for the unprepared. Expect the unexpected, gentlemen. There. Now, that ends today's lesson. Go out there and do your country proud. Don't forget your mallets. Oh.
CBC Morning with Nancy Wilson, because she's the only one who'll get up this early.
In other news, the free internet music provider Napster is fighting a court ruling that will close it down. Here to discuss the ramifications is an expert on the music industry, Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards. A lot of musicians who have publicly denounced Napster.
Who are we talking, love?
Tony Braxton.
Had her.
Alanis Morissette.
Had her.
Faith Hill.
Had her.
Britney Spears.
Need her.
The Dixie Chicks.
Had him.
Jennifer Lopez.
Need her.
Melissa Etheridge.
Farce.
Mr. Richards, should royalties be paid by internet companies like Napster?
Well, what's a few bucks in royalties when you're worth 200 million quid? Nancy, that's a nice name. Nancy, the girl that I fancy. How nice to get into your pants.
Yeah, no, that's quite enough. So, if I read you correctly, you see free music via the internet as a fact of life in 2001.
2001? Bloody hell, what happened to the 80s?
Do you think record companies have the right to shut down Napster?
Well, Nancy, what I'm trying to say in my own drunken stupor is that music is important. It's what keeps me young, but it never should be taken for granted.
The final words, Mr. Richards?
Kids, never take cocaine. There's not enough to go around as it is.
New this fall on digital television.
Tonight, the Endangered Species Network presents an editorial concerning the shrinking environment of endangered species with Emma McChesney, Vice President of Ducks Unlimited.
Hi, I'm Stan. Do you like kids? If you want to start a family but are having trouble going through the tedious adoption procedure, then it's time to try the new easy method, Stan's Internet Baby Service. Why wait months going through all the meetings and interviews? Now you can shop online. Just go to my website, pick out the twins you want, point, and click. Visit my site today, www.ebaby. We have a wide variety of babies to choose from. Browse at your leisure, then pick your favorite baby and we'll FedEx it to you the next day. You can have twins, triplets, quads. We've even got 3/5 of the unquints. Order today. Have your credit card ready. You can have a baby of your own for as low as $89.95. Twins for $149.95. How do we do it so cheap? Simple. As soon as we receive payment, we take the babies back and sell them again. Stan's babies are all top-of-the-line new babies, and they're 100% David Crosby free. Plus, we have some that are marked down. But Stan, you say, is this legal? Hey, we're on the internet. It doesn't matter. And for those of you who are worried about being tied down with the obligations of parenthood, try Stan's virtual babysitting service. Hi, baby. I'm Stan. Coochie, coochie, coo. Don't cry, or I'll sell you to Callista Flockhart. So, if you want a family fast, try Stan's Internet Baby Service. Stan's, serving the baby-buying public until the legislation catches up with us.
No babies were harmed. Professional stunt babies only. Do not attempt without supervision. No endorsement by Callista Flockhart implied. Talking to Afghans.
I'm in downtown Kandahar to find out how much Afghans know about Canada. What do you think of the Canadian government passing a law to permit Canadian women the right to watch the shopping channel on TV?
It is bad, very, very bad.
Canadian Prime Minister Homer Simpson wants Canadian women to stop showing so much ankle. Is that a good thing? Do you think the Canadian military should continue their medical experiments to teach pigs to fly? Okay. Do you think it's all right for the new Canadian Archbishop of Welland to fry bacon in the nude? Okay. Should Canada legalize hats?
Congratulations, Canada, on legalizing hats and making your national animal the Timbit.
That's this Friday on Talking to Afghans.
Please hold your flashing. Hold your flashing. I, Preston Manning, have an announcement. I quit.
And now, a politically correct minute.
Oh, hi, friends. As you may know, this past summer saw a petition calling on the federal government to change the words of our national anthem. According to the respected feminist group Famous Five Foundation, the phrase, "in all thy son's command," is no longer acceptable, and no doubt was written by typically retro right-wing backward scum-sucking male pigs. I'm sure they meant that in the nicest way. Our anthem mentions sons, but it excludes another very important segment of our society, daughters. Not to mention that cross-dressing uncle nobody likes to talk about. A more acceptable phrase would be, "in all thy gender non-specific spousal offspring's command." Of course, the word command is very authoritarian and pushy, which is un-Canadian. We should replace it with suggestion. Now, friends, I realize this can all be a bit confusing, huh? So here to help us better understand and sing the politically correct anthem is my friend and buddy, Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne.
Quarters and Aboriginal persons, including Inuit, Métis, all First Nations land.
Isn't that beautiful?
True patriot love, implying affection but not in a sexual way. In all thy gender, non-specific spousal offspring suggestion.
Makes me proud to be Canadian.
With glowing hearts we see thee rise.
Dwayne, see thee rise? That kind of sounds like obvious Viagra implications, suggesting thee is undoubtedly an amorous man-like person.
With glowing hearts we get horny, the true north, strong and free.
No problem there.
From far and wide.
Why? I think that is an obvious reference to persons of poundage.
From far and weight challenged, oh Canada, we stand or sit on guard for thee. Non-denominational, gender unspecified, supreme being, keep our land.
By not mentioning a specific deity, we embrace all religions, including Quakers, Druids, and Future Shop employees.
Glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
Wait a second. On guard kind of implies an act of aggression, when really we should be willing to sit down and discuss our differences in a civilized manner.
Oh, Canada, we stand ready to sit down and discuss our differences in a civilized manner. For
A message from the Minister of Foreign Affairs, John Manley.
Hello. The U.S. is putting pressure on us to make it tougher for undesirables to get into Canada. Consequently, starting next week, all foreign visitors will have to possess 3 different kinds of photo ID, at least $45 in Canadian Tire money, and be able to steer a skidoo while drinking a bottle of rye. You'll also have to correctly answer the following skill testing questions. Which wooden puppet is leader of the Federal Conservatives? Howdy Doody or Joe Clark? The Prime Minister usually speaks which official language? English or Klingon? Is Canada coldest in January, February, or Winnipeg? Is the official bird of the Yukon the raven, the eagle, or the mosquito? How many bottles in a 6-pack? Do more Canadians cry when thinking about Remembrance Day or Stockwell Day? Which would a true Canadian desire more, the Order of Canada or overtime? How many CFL teams are named Rough Riders? Would you like to buy one? Who would make the better Prime Minister? The incompetent Brian Tobin, the over-the-hill Paul Martin, or John Manley? These are just a few of the questions we'll use to screen out undesirables. Mark my words, it'll be a lot tougher in the future to get into Canada. I guarantee no foreign person will be granted entry without meeting our strict requirements, unless he can play hockey.
Make no mistake, there are so many countries to mention. I particularly want to thank those countries who joined our coalition against terrorism by offering their resources and support. They are not only our staunchest allies, they are also our closest friends. England, France, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, Tanzania, Sri Lanka, the Philippines, Greenland, Mexico, Namibia, Monaco, Holland, Burkina Faso, and of course, Liechtenstein. And of course, there is one more. I can't finish tonight without mentioning America's closest and best friend, a country which starts with the letter A, B, C. C. Kenya. The other C, Cuba. Cambodia. Cambodia. Can America have a closer neighbor?
Canada. They're crying out loud. Canada.
Thank you. It's Canada. God help America.
How do? My name is Eb. This here's my close to good-looking wife, Flo.
How you doing?
We're here to make a very important point about farm aid.
We'd like some.
Good one, Flo.
Thank you, Eb.
This spring, Canadian farmers will receive $500 million in emergency aid.
How much is that per farmer?
Exactly what it costs to take a cab to the welfare office.
Good one, Eb.
Thank you, Flo.
Canadian farmers need more aid so we can continue to grow crops like wheat and corn and oranges.
Flo, you can't grow oranges in Canada.
Not with the aid we get.
Good point, Flo. To help increase awareness of the farmer's plight, we've organized a fundraising musical concert we're calling Farm Opera.
F-O. Farm Opera.
Right. Here's the number Flo and I will be performing. Eb and Flo, we had a farm with lots of IOUs. And on this farm we didn't have much because the damn bank would not renew our loan. Without a
Momo.
Without a
Cluck cluck.
Without a
Oink oink.
Without a You've been into the corn mash again, haven't you?
Report with military affairs analyst Gwynn Dyer.
Due to the dire situation of virus contamination, anxiety is at an all-time high. Canadians haven't been this stressed about opening their mailbox since the last mass distribution of the Watchtower. Be on the lookout for letters which may have subtle, suspicious markings like this. And also be cognizant of any mail with an unusual shape, such as this. This is either the work of a terrorist or it's time to renew your CAA membership. Terrorists are masters of disguises when concealing suspicious packages. Beware of anything that is lopsided or bulky. They may be dangerous. Should you receive a letter that is contaminated with anthrax, there is only one substance known to man strong enough to disinfect it. Authentic well water from Walkerton, Ontario. For the Dyer Report, I'm Quinn Dyer.
Before we start this news conference, let me say, as leader of the Canadian Alliance Party, I am not worried that my popularity has dipped slightly lower than gum disease. Any questions? Anyone? Please, not all at once. Sir, why was the Alliance considering a merger to unite the right? Good question. Last election, our party hoped for big inroads in the East. We did win 2 seats in rural Ontario, where inbreeding is a cottage industry. Yes, you there. Yes, you. Mr. Day, if the Alliance and Conservatives did merge, who would lead this new party? All members of the merging parties would be given a fair choice. Of all the possible candidates, the most viable 2 are myself and Joe Clark. As you can see, not all leaders are created equally. Yes, the good-looking man over there. Mr. Day. Not you, the person next to you. Excuse me. Are you going to pay back the full $800,000 of Alberta taxpayers' money? Sorry. Next question. Mr. Day, what are your feelings about the Prime Minister's conflict of interest with that golf course in his riding? The Prime Minister is a lying, sneaking, conniving, double-dealing, power-mad, insensitive egomaniac. I like that. But the people of Canada have to decide what they want. A party that has lowered taxes, reduced the debt, eliminated the deficit, and increased funding for health care, or me. Thank you.
New this fall on digital television.
The Water Network. The New Brunswick Tidal Bore.
The water comes in, and then it goes out. Comes in, then it goes out. And then comes in again. Then it goes out.
Oh, come here, you little pigeon.
Oh, you can't catch me.
Oh, yes, I can. Stand still.
Here we go round the mulberry bush.
Ooh. You are watching Pigeon Sex TV.
This is CNN. Luke, give in to the dark side.
It's day 41 of Operation Bomb the Living Daylights out of Afghanistan. Joining me to discuss the situation is our chief international correspondent, Christiane Amanpour in Jalalabad. Christiane, I know it's very early there. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
My pleasure.
Christiane, given the deployment of ground troops in Afghanistan, in addition to the bombing missions and use of special forces, can we expect a swift fall of the Al-Qaeda network?
Pardon?
Christiane, given the deployment of ground troops in Afghanistan, in addition to the bombing missions and the use of special forces, can we expect a swift fall of the Al-Qaeda network?
Could you repeat the question?
Christiane, given the deployment of ground troops in Afghanistan, in addition to the bombing missions and use of special forces, can we expect a swift fall of the Al-Qaeda network?
No!
How successful has the U.S. military been with its mission thus far? What is the
military? The military has caused much destruction, devastation, despondency, desolation, and I'm out of alliteration. Aaron.
So I guess you could say it's bad in Jalalabad.
Excuse me?
It's bad in Jalalabad. Get it?
Bad in Jalalabad. I don't get it.
Christiane, would you say the political situation in Afghanistan is volatile?
Aaron, the political situation in Afghanistan is volatile.
Christiane, thanks for this report.
You're welcome. Jerk.
An official Hetty Fry apology.
Mr. Speaker, recently I said they burn crosses on their front lawns in Prince George, British Columbia. For this, I apologize. They couldn't possibly burn crosses on their front lawn in Prince George. That's where they park their trucks.
This has been an official Hetty Fry apology.
Because of the incompetence of people like you, I have to step down from politics.
Monsieur Bouchard, I am speechless.
If you had been speechless during the election campaign, maybe the bloc would have done better. My decision is final. I am leaving politics.
What are you going to do?
Well, maybe take a job with Bombardier.
What about me?
I could get you a job there, too, as a crash test dummy.
Monsieur Bouchard, I do not understand why you've made this decision now.
I'm getting out while I am still on top. The people of Quebec are fickle. They want out. They want in. Quebec is an enigma. So I am separating from separatists.
But that does not make sense.
Hey, that's separation. The Seb is a moronic schlep. And the bloc, which is such a big crock, put the dumb in referendum. That's separation. Back up, eunuch boy, this is my swan song. Anglo, well, you simply must go. Francophone, then Quebec is your own. Don't be scared. Ottawa is all merde. That's separation. Forget Parizeau, he's a big tub of lard. The people still love me. They say, Vive Bouchard. They think I'm greater than Rocket Richard. And Quebecers will say, you will always be king. Did I not say this was my swan song?
You're divine. How could you resign?
I am sick of Quebec politics. Time to go. Time to make me some dough.
I'll always be king. Bouchard is the king of separation.
Stay with us for more fun from 2001 as Air Farce continues.
CTV Newsnet Business. With John Roth, CEO of Nortel, here is Linda Skunkhead Sims.
Mr. Roth, is Nortel in trouble?
Linda, no way is the company in trouble. I prefer to think of it in terms of making a slight corporate adjustment before plunging into the total abyss of bankruptcy.
Well, what about layoffs?
Linda, I've heard all the rumors, and none of them are true.
Then there won't be massive layoffs.
Most of the rumors are not true. You have to remember, Nortel had 86,000 employees worldwide.
But how many employees will there be after layoffs?
Well, let me think. The cutbacks overseas, attrition. What day is it? Friday? That would be me.
Now, are these kind of massive layoffs really necessary?
Well, Linda, just let me say Nortel is changing its theme song from the Beatles' Come Together to Help. They're also changing our name from Nortel to No-Tel.
Why No-Tel?
Because there's no telling how long we'll be around.
There are things that I've done that I'm proud of. I'm not the best dancer, but that summer I came in second in the naked rumba competition. My 27 kids. Runner-up in the obsessive-compulsive Elvis look-alike contest. But this is definitely my biggest success. Quitting dressing up like a woman wasn't easy. I needed help controlling the cravings. But I did it a year ago with Dragoderm.
Dragoderm, the patch recommended by doctors, pharmacists, and transvestites.
I like to think of it as my badge of honor.
Canada AM, early morning television, when only joggers and crack addicts are up.
Bernard Landry, Parti Québécois deputy loudmouth, and possible successor to Lucien Bouchard, is still feeling the repercussions of his comments. He compared the Canadian flag to bits of red rag. Bernard Landry is my guest today. Bienvenue, Monsieur Landry.
Oui, bonjour, whatever.
Mr. Landry, this controversy started when you refused federal funding because it required flying the Canadian flag at a Quebec zoo.
It was an outrage. Quebec is not for sale. We are only for rent.
What's wrong with flying the Canadian flag at a Quebec zoo?
Because it could lead to a deadly outbreak of Canadian federalism. First, a flag in the zoo. Next thing you know, the giraffes are speaking English.
I don't understand.
The red rag, Canadian flag, is the red cloth in front of a bull.
Yes, and I think we all know where the bull is coming from. Coffee?
Oh,
Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, just let me get that with this, little red rag.
What? No. Stop. Get that thing away. Yeah.
You were saying?
Madame Pringle, PQ stands for sovereignty.
PQ also stands for petty quibblers.
As I was saying.
Oh, geez, it's awfully warm in here. Oh. Whew. Monsieur Landry, how do you answer those people who say that you're an out-of-control raving fanatic?
Who better to be Parti Québécois leader? You see, we are not a distinct society. We are a nation.
It is like a red cloth to a bull.
One of these people will win tonight's top prize on the popular game show, The Weakest Canadian Link.
Welcome to the Canadian edition of The Weakest Link. Normally, we have 8 American contestants, but with the exchange rates, that's 3 Canadian. The contestants work together to build the pot.
When a contestant says bank, because this is Canada, a service charge will be subtracted from the total. Let's meet our contestants.
I'm Margaret Atwood, eminent Canadian author, and it's none of your damn business how old I am.
Ralph Klein, 58, Premier of Alberta, whatever.
Oh, wow, man, these lights are bright.
Contestants, remember, only money banks carries on to the next round. Time to play Canada's weakest link. Begin the clock. Margaret Atwood.
Bank.
Where would you find Canada's finest fighting force?
In Montreal biker gangs.
Correct. Ralph Klein.
Drink.
How many bottles in a dozen 2-4s?
288.
Correct. Neil Young. Name the type of engine that replaced railways' coal-burning locomotives.
Good question.
I'm not a stock trader, such a weasel. I'll make my guess, the gas known as diesel.
Correct. And that's the end of the round. You managed to bank a dwarfishly minute total of $2.75. I found more money stuck to the bottom of my shoe. Time to find out who is the biggest idiot in this pathetic collection of thinking-impaired half-wits. Time to find out who is Canada's weakest link.
Ralph.
Margaret.
The Zoom Zoom Kid.
What?
You know that kid on those TV car commercials? He goes, zoom, zoom.
Neil, you have to vote for someone on the panel.
All right, yeah, okay.
All right, who did you vote for?
Neil.
Neil, why did you vote for yourself?
Because I'm stoned.
It's a tie, so I'll choose who goes.
Look, if you think I'm leaving this show like some loser, think again, bright eyes.
Ralph, you are Canada's weakest link.
You know, in a way, I'm kind of glad they voted me off the island. The game was seriously cutting into my drinking time.
All right. We're down to our final 2 dumbbells. Margaret, what element?
The atomic weight of beryllium is 9.0122.
Correct. Neil, what musician wrote and recorded the song Heart of Gold?
Zoom Zoom Kid.
Wrong. Margaret, if you answer the next question correctly, you will walk out of here with enough money to buy a small box of Fruit Loops. Margaret, for $2.75, within 3 miles, what is the diameter of the planet Pluto?
1,484.
You win. That's it. Get out. Bugger off. That's it for Canada's weakest link.
From all of us at Farce, thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
And Happy New Year.